ブライヤーロードの歩道で起こった姿なき犯人による冬の夜の惨劇。背中を刺され倒れた裏若きレディが生死をさまよううちに事件は解決した。窮地に陥った東洋人の留学生が我が友人によって救い出されたその晩、ガス灯の刻むほの暗い影の中、再び奇怪な事件が闇を切り裂いた。当時の新聞の戦場的な見出しを記憶している者も多いだろう。悪霊に見入られた死の邸宅、死刑囚の呪い、ガス魔人の恐怖。
The dread demon of coal gas.
現場に駆けつけた名探偵は瞬時にその真相を看破するのだが、それは悲劇の舞台の幕開けを告げるプレリュードに過ぎなかったのである。
All right, we're Ryunosuke again. Actually, I wonder, in Great Ace 1, wasn't there a... I was just thinking about this. There was a part of one of the cases where you had to use the 3D feature on the 3DS. Wonder how they handled that in the remake. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. What's up, kiddo? Reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings. I run my legal consultancy of sorts. I lost my right to return. That wasn't me. August 30th. Cyrus. Runo. There's our boy. S. Holmes. Oh my. Hurley. I picked up my violin and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. The third string snapped. Herlock Sholmes. Never heard of him. A new herbal tea. Oh. This is an awkward menu. I'm not used to playing on console. Converse? There. His memory's as good as mine. On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Miss Susato's father questioned him about the case, and something he said appeared to trouble Mikotoba. Yeah, we got to figure out what he's hiding. He put his coat on. I know. It's so weird seeing everybody like HDified after playing the first game on 3DS. I still think the DS animations in Ace Attorney are like the peak. They can't really replicate it. Mikotoba isn't the only person hiding something here. Holmes is hiding something too. Oh, I still think the animation is good. I mean, I like the animation of Ace Attorney. I'm just saying, like, I think the DS really captured the expressions the best. There's something about that style that just fits the game really well. The Case of the Haunted Lodgings. She's got her gun back. Banned from practicing law. "6 months ago, a mysterious incident that unfolded on the wintry streets of London." And we remember this one. This one was in the first game, I think. Susato-san and I summoned a handsome. A handsome. Yep, don't know that word. I'm gonna guess it's like an Uber, though. Oh, February 21st, 5:30 a.m. That's early in the morning. Look at the rat. Oh, yeah, in the bottom corner. It's 5:30 now. Victim is over there. Miss Green. It won't let me examine or converse. Was it your knife then? Olive green. Very selfish of you to regain consciousness. Mr. Mustache. Do not feed. Mr. Green. Is there a Mr. Narrow Fodder here? It's a message from Mr. Saucy Nutsmeg. Mr. Saucy Nutsmeg. London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. Another murder. The murder we must investigate took place at Mr. Mustache's lodgings. No wonder he left England. This man had a traumatic week. It was worse than we thought. Oh my. Well, that looks like a murder. What if Soseki is the main character of this entire video game? I feel like he's shown up more than some other major players have. I've only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. Woeful worm without wiggle. Mr. Mustache. Uh-oh. So they don't know at this point that Gregson is bad news. Because this is too far in the past for that. We're just going to play along with Gregson today, aren't we? All right, time for good song. It's a lot of dots, Soseki. William Shamspeare. The victim was William Shamspeare? This is getting out of hand. Out of handlet. Mr. Garadeb and the other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found him. Only his 12th night in London. I feel like the ensuing case will be a comedy of errors. The fella didn't rise at his usual hour, so Garadeb got worried and kicked the door down. He had no money, no place to go, and no friends. What's up, Brad? All Ace Attorney cases are comedies of errors. That's also true. This one's no different. Body's still warm. Oh, won't let me do this, will it? Let's see, what else do we have? I'm not clicking on the body. What is going on up here? Ooh, he figured it out. Are we going to get another Holmes deduction sequence? Because I'm excited. I'm ready for the snaps, the dancing. There was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. That's not looking good for Soseki. There was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips. Awful lot of poison cases in this game. Let the theatrical tragedy before us be unraveled by my great deductions presented for your pleasure in 2 acts. Logic and reasoning spectacular. Here we go. This is why the people tune in. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Snap. Oh, we're back. Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Ooh. Sosuke didn't like that. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, a bar of soap. Meaningful, indubitably. Why is this soap set so purposefully on the dish? Like the victim's last supper. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. How's he still gripping the fork, by the way? It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Oh, we're boxing now. Taking up arms in the form of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. The victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. Wow. Okay. Poisoning from soap ingestion. Oh, we're going right into topic 2? Okay. Cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was this suicide or murder? The audience will recall that death occurred during the Last Supper. Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. the soul key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone. Alone with his inferior soap from whence wafted an inferior scent. And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. We can take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed on its way to the hereafter. Oh my goodness. What a great deduction. Good to have Holmes back. Is the moral of this case going to be eat soap? I don't think I like what Sherlock's trying to teach me here. The experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. Oh, he seems like a broken man. Let the curtain rise. Here's the encore performance in case you missed it. You can't deny that the fork implies the man was eating something or about to eat something. Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate some soap. They do look a bit better in HD, agreed. If we decide the man used this fork to eat the soap, we wouldn't be changing Mr. Sholmes' deduction. S. Holmes. He was dissolving soap in it so he could gulp as much down as possible. Well, there's another half over here. Other piece of soap. Do you see that it would fit together perfectly with the half bar on the table? The fork reveals the answer. What about the other piece of soap reveals the answer? I think that's the only other thing we can do. It being the other half of the soap on the table, in short, the victim was not eating soap at all. There's no sign of any food on the table. The victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. I don't know about that. Let's try the teacup. The victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup. This victim drank every last drop. There's no sign of food anywhere in the room, which leads us to the immutable conclusion. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup. All right. Poison in the tea sounds a lot more reasonable than eating the soap. Cause of death identified. We proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was this suicide or murder? The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. What shows that somebody else was present? Other teacup. That'll do it. What's your favorite soap recipe? That's a hard question to answer. I don't know that I have one. I like buying the soap refill bottles and refilling my soap containers. Does that count? Did the man dine and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer. There were 2 teacups in this room all along. There was a guest present. At the very least, we can say now with certainty somebody else was here in this room last night. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however. What more can we deduce about this possible guest at the table? The broken lock. The identity of the guest who was near last night when the victim passed away is something I have a bad feeling about. Empty bottle. Pile of books. The 3 books that Natsume purchased the other day. Pile of familiar books. If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 are in fact yours. Busted. That was a kind of cool, snappy animation. Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey. Not looking good for our friend Soseki. That same night, the victim had a visitor. And that visitor... You're the only one. Thus concludes the final act of Herlock Sholmes. Don't know who that is. Great deduction. Solved. Elementary. Back to the yard. By the way, has Pi played Great Ace Attorney yet? I actually don't know if he's played these games or not. Played 1, but not 2. Okay. Door, key, locked, entry, exit. Entirely impossible. Infinite bag of thick-cut French fries. That's right. They're the snackoos of this game. Persona 3 is also soon. Didn't he play Persona 3? I was pretty sure he played that recently. I know Tonic played it recently. Oh, okay. It's an incentive that he just hasn't got around to. Tonic played 3, and I think Ripped Killa streamed Persona 3 as well. Good game. My favorite Persona. The facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. Meanwhile, Atlas Persona 4 Arena. Yeah, that was so confusing to me. Like, why are we porting a dead fighting game to Steam? I mean, all they need to do to get me excited is say Persona 5 Arena. There's $60 I'll be spending on day 1, but nope. No dilly-dallying. There's a carriage waiting. His tears are like fuming. Man, this guy's life is just a wreck. Soseki found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder. At least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. Agreed. Get him off my screen. It was the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Shamspear. That's convenient. That's the guy that abused his spouse, right? Screw that guy. Oh, she abused him. That's right. I had it backwards. Screw that guy's wife. I forgot who played what role in that. Expect we could find him in his sitting room on the top floor. Oh yeah, because she used to like pour the hot tea on him or something. Yeah, that was really awkward. All right, let's examine. Part of an envelope. There's no sign of a letter. As we've seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay. If you look closely, a number of the bricks are loose. Oh, yes they are. It looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them just here. More bars of soap? What is it on the ledge out there? More bars of soap. In the middle there's a patch that's a different color. What are they hiding in these bars of soap? If you put a coin in here, that would buy you about 2 hours of gas for light and heating. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. Poor William Shamspeare. The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way. The pair of teacups has been entered into the court record. Uh-oh. 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 Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. I love it. That struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Nice dab. It is a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Oh. Wow, 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 wow. Walking Dead. Well then. It was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. The victim, William Shakespeare, came back to life. Well, that's a bizarre case. So we have to figure out if it was an attempted murder or not. Ah. That man seems to be looking through the brick wall. That's not suspicious at all. Someone's got a flat tire. If you look carefully in the distance, you can just make out the crystal tower being built. Oh, yeah. Nice snowman. Oh, I thought that was an extra tire there, but it doesn't seem to care. What am I missing? Ah, new location has been added. Okay. The Garadeb's room. We just can't escape the first game, can we? Everything always refers back. Here we are again. That dead loss of an actor. Garadeb is a top suspect. Destitute. I bet Garadeb killed him because he needed to have somebody else occupy the room. Somebody that would pay the rent. Garadeb is the murderer. Romeo and Hamlet. That's one of my favorites. Always preferred Juliet and Othello myself. William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as Sao in Japanese. That must be true. That sounds like a real thing. It seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. After Mr. Natsume's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, didn't you? Up until past 1 in the morning. How is that you seem to know? The gas tells me everything. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here, what do you suppose would happen? The lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment. Extinguish the lamps up here and they glow brighter in the rest of the house. The room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. Off to prison. In the absolutely worst case, you could only be tried for attempted murder. Wickedly wishy-washy William. So stylish, yeah. So Seki stylish. Who do you think you are? I am. I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting and it developed into a discussion. But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell. We met again later that evening at around 9 or just after when I took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift. Team Juliet won. Music reminds me of the music in Layton versus Ace Attorney. I would be able to agree or disagree with you, but I've tried to file that game out of my memory as much as possible. I do not know about this actual photo. I have heard that Soski's character is based on the author, so it'll be interesting to see, though. I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and in that time I've learned that it's no place for me. Alright, I'm going to take a look at this photo. That's a picture of him, like, sitting in the chair. Is there a different picture? I mean, I can see the resemblance to the character in the game. I've moved more times than I can remember, and then 1 week ago I moved into Briar Road. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place. She gave him the advice he needed to hear, I guess. Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well. I bet Shamspear's going to accuse him of murder or attempted murder. I have good news and bad news. The good news it is. The victim, Mr. Shamspear, was just unconscious. He's come around now. The bad news is the written statement says you did it. By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. No. Okay. To be continued. All right. I guess we're going to be going to court here in just a second. I'm going to save and take a quick break.